Welcome back, everyone, to Bobbin Often with Love. Today we're going to be doing Lass's second job. We're going to also upload third and fourth, so every day I'm going to be uploading all their jobs just so we can catch up to Mari. And then I'll be doing, obviously, one job per day or something like that. But I just want to catch up, so we're going to probably be doing all of their jobs every single day. So tomorrow's going to be Ryan, his second, third, and fourth. It's going to be something like that. And of course, if you guys would like to help support the content that I make, feel free to scroll onto that Patreon link below. Click that show more button, which will then show more of the description, and the Patreon link will be there, and you guys can help support. Any and all support is greatly appreciated. Let's get into it. So Lass is one of my favorite characters in the game to play in PvP. I've played all his jobs in PvP, and I think I was fairly successful, I would, if I do say so myself, with all of his jobs. So especially his first job as well. I never used skill tree, so that's just going based off of that. Back then, skill tree was frowned upon. Nowadays, use skill tree, it's fine. All right. So, let's talk about Assassin. This is one of those jobs that I've kind of slept on, but if you're really good at it, you can like stomp people. The problem is it's very, very awkward and it seems like it's very, very lackluster, but it's one of the jobs in the game that requires the most skill to play to actually be useful. So let's just go over his abilities. The keyboard should be working now too, so we got that fixed up. So first we have the combo, ZZZ, easy clap. Then we have the dash ZZ combo. As you see, that's what it is right there. Doing the double dash. You don't have to jump, but I just like jumping because I feel like it's easier to pull off when you jump. But you see the that right there is the dash. It's very easy to demonstrate in the air. That's why I like to jump when I do it. And then you have the up Z, and then you have the up dash Z, where he does the little backflip. Okay. So how would you even go about playing this job? So the way you want to play this job is by stepping. Without a doubt, you're probably not going to get that far unless you step. You don't have to step like a maniac, but you definitely have to step. You have to be ready to basically go airborne a lot, and that's what stepping's for. It allows you to get airborne, but with a little bit of space on the ground. So if you see I step, you see that right there is me basically doing this, but it's on the ground. So it's a lot easier to hit. It's a lot easier to go under players, and this job is all about juggles. So what is a juggle? A juggle is basically when you can keep someone in the air for a long period of time. They can't do anything unless they counter out. That's what a juggle is. A lot of fighting games actually have this mechanic where you do juggle. Tekken's one of them. Once again, juggling is crucial with this job. How would you go about getting the juggle? All of his abilities and the way that he plays, it kind of already sets up to juggle. So as you see that first bar there lifted him up. The second one here, as just auto attacks, lifts him up. The dash, not that one. Actually, I think that does lift them up, right? It does. So that lifts them up. You have that lifts them up. So you have a lot to kind of play around that lifts them up. I think everything in his kit lifts them up. I almost forgot to put Arme in there. I forgot. I did that job video, and now it's just like I don't hate her no more. Although I kind of don't, because they made her harder to use in PvP. In dungeons, a little different. So pretty much, we're gonna just step, and we're gonna do that. You see, pretty simple, right? Pretty simple. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Shadow step into, bam. That's it. That's it. Okay, so after we master that shadow step into the slash, what we want to do then, we want to add the kick. How do we add the kick? You have to click left or right at the end. So like left, dash, left. You see, if I click left, he does it forward the way that he's facing. If I do right, he does a little backflip and he turns. So let's try it again. Click it the other way, he turns. That's pretty much what you're going to be playing with the whole entire time when you're playing. So it can look something like this if you do it properly. It's been a while, so I'm a bit rusty on it, but I'll try my best. So you do that, right? And then you could go ahead and try to perform something else, usually with their jumping, so you can catch them in the air, and then you can continuously do it back and forth. You see, it's kind of like that. But where you gotta catch them falling, and it's a lot easier to do because there's more delay. So the delay kind of helps you out in terms of like letting them hover a little bit. But it's really hard to do in the practice tool when she's not moving. Like I'd have to have someone moving so that way I can catch them in the air, and I can really, you know, catch them like slipping. Even if you like do this, like you could still pull it off as you see, but it's just a little bit more difficult when they're not moving. But that's pretty much what you're trying to do when you are playing the assassin. You're really trying to get that juggle motion in there. You're really trying to catch them slipping and really get them popping, 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 popping. It's very hard to hit you because his model is like flipping upside down and stuff. So people will have a really hard time like hitting that. But it's very, very good when you're dealing with jump attack spammers because that's what he wants. He wants someone to just jump attack, jump attack, jump attack. And then you could just catch them when they're in the air, and then it's a wrap. You probably get 3 to 4 juggles off of it if you're good. Especially if they're running like Arme and they're like running up there and you smack them like that. Once again, just 3 to 4 juggles if you're good enough. So that's pretty much what you're playing around when you're playing. Sorry I couldn't demonstrate it better. Like I said, I may have to start just like PvPing players to really demonstrate it. But that's what you're looking for. You're looking for those juggles. Let's talk about his abilities now. So his first bar knocks him up. Once again, you guys see that it leads into a juggle as well. The second bar is not really something you'll be using too much. Honestly, you can, but it's not as rewarding. And his third bar, once again, it's just not something you'll be. You can get a lot more done with your first bar and juggles than you can ever with the second bar and the third bar. So when you're playing him, that's what you're looking for. So if you guys are like, man, I play assassin and it's super, super bad, it's namely because you're not juggling with him. Blast in general is bad in dungeons, so like it's never good in dungeons, but that's what you're looking for. Looking for those juggles, you're looking for those moments to take them airborne, looking for those moments to really, really get that juggle off so that way, you know, you can be keeping them floating. One thing to really just note before we close here is that when you juggle and you flip a certain way, he kicks them a certain way. So if I'm doing it this way, let's just try to set this up here. So if I do it that way, you see how she flies that way? Like she flies to the way that I'm dashing. But if I do a backflip, she'll fly the other way. So once again, just something really, really important to note when you're juggling, because you can really control the direction and the dimensions that they're. It's really a fun job once you get down to it. It's something that I think when people see it, they don't really know. Like when they see a good assassin, it's like, whoa. Yeah, when you're a good assassin, people know, people take notice. So hope this helped you guys. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Once again, if you guys want to help support the content that I create and you want to help support the channel, scroll down to that Patreon link below. Click the show more button so you can see the description, and the Patreon link will be down there. Any and all support is appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, you know what I always say. Thank you for what? Popping often. Real often.